What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a chat about Doflamingo. You see, this image has popped up in a Japanese magazine and is doing the rounds, and it is making people ask the question, is there a new Doflamingo leader coming? Now, I can read a bit of Japanese. I've been learning for a little bit of a while now. Look, my Japanese is far from perfect, but I've not just Google translated this. I've had a good old look at it, used my translation skills, looked a few things up, and essentially, this just says it's new booster pack coming out on the 30th of November, which we all know is Op-10, and then it literally says Royal Bloodlines Op-10, and then it says new leader is this character. And there's a big image of Doflamingo. And some people are looking at that and thinking, oh, there's a new Doflamingo leader coming. And some people are saying, don't be stupid, there's no way. There is, in fact, a new Doflamingo coming. Well, here's the deal. As it stands at the moment, we don't know. We're missing the information. This is a tease and nothing more. But there is a definite chance here. Now, the strongest argument that we're getting a new Doflamingo leader is essentially the fact that, well, it certainly seems to be heavily implying it. Now, let's be clear. It doesn't say there's a new Doflamingo leader coming. There's no arrow saying this character or anything like that. It could be as simple as, the new leader is this character. As in, oh, it's going to surprise you who the leader is. And they're showing you an image of Doflamingo because Doflamingo is in Op-10. And Doflamingo's a popular character. For what it's worth, we're getting a Doflamingo in Op-10 with this artwork. Like, I am absolutely certain there is a Doflamingo coming in Op-10 with this artwork. We just don't know whether it's a leader or a character. Although, side note, it does look a lot more like character artwork than leader artwork, if that means anything. And some people have suggested, well, hang on a second, we've already seen the sugar leader. So if you've already seen a sugar leader from Op-10, surely they're not going to do another Doflamingo pirate. And the answer is, I went back and had a good old look, and yeah, they would. Now, admittedly, the last couple of sets, they've gone away from it a little bit, but they are not worried or nervous about doubling up leader traits in a set. That is just something they're not worried about. Back in OP01, we had Straw Hats in both Rowan Owazoro and Monkey D. Luffy. We had 7 Warlords of the Sea in terms of both Donquixote Doflamingo and Crocodile. We had Animal Kingdom Pirates in terms of Kaido and King. They did not care about doubling up leader traits. In OP02, we had Impel Down for Emporio Ivankov and from Magellan. In OP03, we had East Blue with Nami and Arlong, as well as Big Mum Pirates for Charlotte Linlin and Charlotte Katakuri. In OP04, we had, again, 7 Warlords of the Sea with, again, Donquixote Doflamingo and Crocodile. In OP05, we had Revolutionary Army with both Sabo and Bello Betty, as well as Navy with both Sakazuki and Donquixote Rocinante. And in OP06, we doubled up on Thriller Bark with Gecko Moria and Perona. So, look, we're not afraid to double up on leader types here. And I know they've gone away from that a little bit recently, but there's a lot of history of doubling up on leader types in the same set. So I've seen the argument that, well, they're not going to give us 2 Donquixote pirate leaders in the same set. And my answer is, they've done that a bunch, honestly. We've had a bunch of doubling up leaders in the past, so I really don't think they would mind doubling up again. So we could have a Sugar and a Doflamingo. Of course, we already know that Sugar is red and purple. So don't expect Doflamingo to be red and purple. The prevailing theory I'm seeing around that people are suggesting is that this would be a purple leader. And yes, I have gone having a quick look around Japanese Twitter to see what people are saying over there. nobody over there can decide either, for what it's worth, whether it's going to be a leader or character. There's a lean towards people thinking character over leader, but there's plenty of people suggesting that it might, in fact, be a leader. So, yeah, the existence of sugar might mean we don't get a Doflamingo, but like I've said, it is not a hard and fast rule. One Piece have been absolutely fine doubling up on leader traits in the same set in the past, so I really don't think we can just sit there and go, wow, they'd never double up, because, well, they have. They have doubled up a bunch. In fact, the first 6 sets, like I said, all had doubling up, and in many cases, we actually had multiple doubling ups, 2 different pairs of traits in the same set, which I think should tell you everything you need to know about that. But the other thing we need to think about here is, and this, for me, this is a number one argument why we're probably not getting a Doflamingo leader. This is a set which is giving a lot of support to the OP04 Doflamingo leader. Remember, we had Doflamingo in OP04, and that was a very good leader. For a little while, it was a very good leader. Saw a bunch of play, and then unfortunately dropped off a bunch. But ending your turn, set up to 2 your Don cards as active, green and purple Doflamingo Pirates. Well, we know we're getting a bunch of new purple Doflamingo Pirates in this set. I've showed them to you already. So, sure, we know that Monet is coming through as red, but we know that Senor Pink is coming through as purple. And we know that I Can Never Forgive Anyone Who Laughs at My Family is coming through as purple. We are getting purple Doflamingo support, which is going to directly help the Doflamingo leader that we got in OP04. And I'm just saying, I think it would be weird to release a new Doflamingo leader at the same time as we're buffing an old Doflamingo leader. So the fact that we're getting sugar really doesn't bother me. I'm fine with having 2 Doflamingo leaders in one set. We've done this before. But the idea of having 2 Doflamingo leaders in a set which is boosting, or Donquixote Pirate leaders, it's all Doflamingo at the end of the day. The fact that we can have 2 Donquixote Pirate leaders when we're also boosting old ones, that's what seems weird to me, and that's what I don't get. We're all looking at these new Donquixote Pirate cards and going, ooh, OP04 Doflamingo. That could be fun. Why would we do that at the same time as we're boosting the OP04 Doflamingo? And let's not forget, we have recently, One Piece have been on a high of boosting up the OP01 Doflamingo as well. Starter deck, we had all those new starter decks. Well, Japan had them, we're getting them at the end of the month. And the most impactful of them has actually been the Doflamingo one, because there's 5 new cards in there, all of which are seeing play in Doflamingo, and since the release of Starter Deck 17, that has become a real contender in Japan again. Not best deck in the format, but consistently topping flagship level events. It has just been a thing. Doflamingo has been a thing. So we've got the OP01 Doflamingo, which is actually doing very well, and sure, it's blue and it's not really Donquixote Pirates, but, there's been some love there. We've got the OP04 Donquixote Doflamingo, which is getting love in this exact set. By the way, I know the OP01 is Donquixote Pirates. I mean, Donquixote Pirates Blue isn't that much of a deck right now. It's a 7 Warlords and a Sea deck. Remember, the skill of OP01 Doflamingo is look at the top card of your deck, and if it's a 7 Warlords and a Sea character of a cost of 4 or less, you can play it rested. So it's not a Donquixote Pirates deck, it's a 7 Warlords deck. But OP04 is getting some love in this set, and I just don't think we'll get a Doflamingo leader at the same time as that. So I do think this is character artwork. I think this is a tease of a Doflamingo character that's coming in OP10. And like I say, it does look like character artwork. But I don't think we should be looking and going, oh, we're getting sugar, we're not getting another Donquixote pirate leader. Because like I've shown, that's just not true in most of the sets we've had. I think we should be looking at it and going, why would they buff up the OP04 Doflamingo shortly after buffing up the OP01 Doflamingo, and then go and release a new one? I'm not saying they won't. This is pure speculation, and I need to stress that. But I'm just telling ya, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me. If I was on the design team, I wouldn't be boosting an old Doflamingo in the same set that I'm releasing a new Doflamingo. That makes no sense. I have no issue releasing Sugar and Doflamingo as leaders in the same set, but I am not going to boost an old version of a character while releasing a new version as two. That just makes no sense to me. That's what I think. We'll get the answer soon, and of course, when we do, I will share it with you. For now, it's a fun question I've seen a lot of people speculating on, and given my obsessive nerdy knowledge of card games and One Piece and all of that, I thought I could jump in with some sensible suggestions. Not saying I'm right, it absolutely could be a new leader, but I would be very surprised at this stage. But that's what I know, that's what I can figure out, that's all my predictions, so now it's over to you guys. Do you think we're getting a Donquixote Doflamingo leader in OP10? Or like me, do you think it doesn't make enough sense? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about, well, One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.